Today, we're reacting to Sportsnet breaking down the Leafs situation heading into the trade deadline. With limited cap space, expectations need to be realistic. Make sure to like and subscribe for more Leafs content.
Frank, I think a tweet that maybe most got my ire up of all time might have been CJ just tweeting that in Italy, that they were back at work after the weekend on the rink, or feverishly at work, after the weekend. And I was like, they weren't working on the weekend? What is happening? Is it going to be built? What's the amenities? What's going on over there?
Well, I feel like this is a direct shot at someone whose last name ends in a vowel, and may or may not have some connections to the construction industry. But what I'll say
My
is,
apologies if that's true.
No, it's great. One of the great stories from some of the stakeholders who have been involved in this Olympics is they've gone over there multiple times, and part of the discussion points have been from the Italian authorities. What do you mean you guys need this rink done in January? The games don't start until February. And so they've all been kind of like blown away by the response and the nonchalant attitude of the Italians in general, which it's a different way of life, that's for sure. But look, in the end, this is going to get done. It's not going to have all the creature comforts that NHL players are used to. But I want to remind everyone that the look and feel on TV for fans, it probably won't change. And anyone can do anything for a 12-day tournament.
Just in terms of who ultimately is on rosters here, any word on Braden Point? Some are suggesting maybe he might not be ready. If so, what are you hearing on that front and possible replacements?
Yeah, I would say that the glass is half empty, not half full on the Braden Point front. I believe Team Canada is trying to give him all the runway possible to show that he's making progress and healing up. I believe in a perfect world, they'd like to be making this decision by February 1st or 2nd as to whether or not Point is a go or no go. And I think they have a list of 5 players, 5 forwards that they're sort of actively considering at this exact moment in time as a replacement. And so they're going to work through that. Wyatt Johnson, Connor Bedard, Sam Bennett, Zach Hyman. I mean, you go through that group of players, like probably can't go wrong with any of them.
Yeah. Do you want to stay on the Olympics? Okay. Just last one for me, because we were not able to get you in our Leafs hour and our NHL hour. The Leafs heading towards the deadline earlier in the year, buyers, middle of the year, sellers. This year, where are they at, Frank?
They are the person at the table that's in the poker game but has a low chip stack.
Okay. Yep, they're waiting for the perfect hand to get aggressive.
Well,
Dougie Hamilton.
Yeah, not so much perfect hand, but perfect, I'd say, opportunity and fit. Maybe that's the best way to say it. Maybe you're right.
The cap situation really limits what the Leafs can do. Big, flashy moves sound nice, but they just don't feel realistic right now.
Is that maybe someone like Hamilton does make a lot of sense. You'd still have to do some cap surgery and try and figure that out, but you'd give your team a boost and a shot in the arm, while also not really spending assets that you don't have to spend. So when I said low chip stack, I mean, they want to be in the game. They want to be aggressive. They want to make something happen, but there's limitations into how big of a game they can get into. And that's really what they're sifting through right now.
He is Frank Saravelli with a vowel at the end of his name. Thanks for joining us,
wonderful.
Pal.
See you guys.
Thanks, buddy.
Host of Frankly Speaking on Victory Plus.
It
is
is
where you can find him.
It is crazy, the whole Olympic situation for these hockey players. Yes, they're going to be fine. Yes, the games are going to go on. Maybe they're going to be sitting on turned over buckets while they tie their skates.
I'm really surprised at the obsession over this rink still.
I don't know. I have, I've heard that there is this exactly what he said, where they're kind of like, it'll be fine. No, what's the big deal? It's be ready for the games. And I think there's real chance that it kind of is not great.
You all smiles.
I just think that's hilarious. The game's January, games start February.
Yeah. What do you need it for in February or January?
Relax, pal.
Like, when did they find out?
Hack
They
another
got the games
dart?
2018?
We're good to go. 2019. I think 2 weeks after the Raptors won the championship, they found out.
Bonkers.
Can't screw up just freezing.
Why do you
water.
not think it's a...
I just think we're past that. And at that point where like we said, few parents may show up without seats. Like, it's not the end of the world. They'll find folding chairs for them, but the game's going to get played.
We're officially at the point of it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. They're not going to pull the players out of there now.
No.
It's way too far in the process, and the rink's not going to be perfect, so maybe we don't have to talk about it anymore.
Yeah. How about those owners who let their players go over? They're like, can we get like a seat for the game? No, we don't really have seats, so.
I mean, if you want to pay 3,000 euros,
Yeah.
you can hop right in here.
Bonkers.
What'd you make of him mentioning Wyatt Johnson?
I like him. I think Dallas isn't playing really well right now.
He's been red hot.
Yeah, he's been really good. Him and Rantanen have looked really, really good.
Zach Hyman's an interesting name. Like there's a lot of very good options. Here's what I'll say. If they pick Wyatt Johnston, it will be because they watch Wyatt Johnston a lot more than I do. You know what I mean? Like this guy, we have famous people and names we know and all that. And it's like that one's not as familiar. These guys watch the hell out of hockey. And if they choose him, it's because he's awesome.
It's a lot like Harley.
This puts a lot of pressure on management to be creative. Small upgrades might not sound exciting, but sometimes they make a bigger difference than people expect.
In the Four Nations.
Totally.
Where we're
That's
like,
a great example.
Harley's going in, and it's like, oh, Harley's their best
that
guy.
guy's awesome.
Oh, my God. All of a sudden, he's the best guy on the ice.
At some point, you have faith that Doug Armstrong and John Cooper know hockey pretty good.
For sure.
And all the rest of the brass.
Save that one. Save that clip, too, when
we've all watched Sam Bennett play some pretty good games.
When they win the silver.
Well, but listen, it's a one-game elimination tournament, right? Like, if you have the best team, you got a 55% chance of winning.
Like we said, we could send 2 teams over there.
Sure, and our second team might beat the first team 3 out of 7 games, you know?
I know we touched on this briefly, but the Vancouver Canucks, do you really feel like there's just going to clean house here?
They should.
I don't know, because I get the mixed messages from people where it's like, they don't want to do that there. They want to keep, butts in seats. But yeah, to Sam's point, Petey's not a part of the solution.
I like San Jose ending up like when we talk about some teams with low chips at the poker table, as Frank alluded to, and in Toronto being one of them. There's also another GM there with a pile, and that is San Jose. That's Utah. That's Montreal. These are the new players at the trade deadline now.
Yeah, they got the big stack at the table for sure. They got the chips
right?
to play here.
For Vancouver, I don't think it's a bad trade. 2 potential
2 seconds. Good,
it's good. But it's not good now.
You also might have got 2 guys who never played.
I don't understand where the rush was when if things continue and you've got 20 teams within the last 10 days, say you come out of the Olympics and there's 20 legitimate teams that think that they're going to get in with one trade. Why wouldn't you hold him, tell 20 teams, I've got 2 second rounders, okay? And I will trade them today if you can't beat it. This doesn't make any sense to me, January 19th, to get rid of one of the higher named guys on the trade board.
Couple of things that come to mind is
and get maybe that first rounder.
Is potential injury to Sherwood. Right now you're trading a healthy asset for sure. The other thing is, we don't know, San Jose could say, we're doing something now. We have to get better today. I can 2 seconds for you today, and if not, we're going to get.
But at least they established the marketplace, right? For me. Anyways, I would have played harder on.
I feel wishy-washy about the return for San Jose for doing that, for giving up 2 seconds and being like,
fans might need to lower expectations this year. That's not giving up. It's just understanding the reality of the situation.
Yeah.
You know what, though?
He's 29.
You've mentioned this multiple times before.
Yeah.
That you just have to get
at some point you got to
good
start
players
trying to play.
And you have
totally.
You maybe have like the 3rd best player in the league on your team now.
Yeah.
And he's just unbelievable. And
they're in a playoff race in a soft division. You get a chance to be in the fight. Yeah. Good pro. I get it all.
Game time?
Game time.
It's game time. Presented by Bet365. Visit the app for latest odds and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 19 plus. Ontario only. Please play responsibly. 10 games on the ice tonight. A few of them have one of them has been played. A couple of them are being played as we speak. Just going to quickly look at the Leafs hosting the Wild. Pretty even game here, minus 110 on both sides of the money line. The first game back from a long road trip. We know how that one usually goes. We've talked about this in the past. Sometimes a letdown spot. I don't mind the Minnesota Wild at minus 110 tonight.
I mean,
This
no
is fun.
Nylander, and if there's no Nyes, you like that. I know Minnesota's pretty banged up too. But
Yep. Later on, the New York Islanders in Vancouver to take on the Canucks that we were just talking about. Canucks are struggling. New York Islanders fighting for a playoff
Isles
spot.
need one.
They need one. Minus 140 on the money line, like the Islanders after watching what I watched on Saturday night after the Leafs game.
yeah.
Going to be a long rest of the year in Vancouver. You wanted the rebuild. You're about to watch rebuild hockey.
But I think you fans are smart.
Yeah,
and I've
100%.
said, you know, like I'm
But
sure
God.
Halford and Bruff are dealing with this all the time. It's like at least there's starting to move towards a plan here.
But watching the Oilers fire 6 in your net still sucks.
Yeah, the Oilers hung 5 on someone the next night, back-to-back shutouts, Blues. What do you hold on? You got Vancouver skepticism all over your
I'm all
face.
right. I'm
yeah?
okay.
Let me
Listen,
finish this. We should go.
go.
That was Game Time presented by Bet365. Visit the app for latest odds and see why it's ever ordinary at Bet365. Must be 18 plus. Ontario only. Please play responsibly.
No, I'm good. I'm good with Vancouver wiping the slate clean a little bit, but it's tough, man.
It's hard to
especially in
watch.
Canada. I don't know what it could mean 2-3 years before you're ready to compete again. Maybe it's longer. Like it's a hard sell.
But hey, Montreal been done it, and then they're here. You know, this is it's the process.
Taking a while.
We should go.
Okay, let's take a quick break. When we return, we still got to get into Jake Sanderson's comments in Ottawa.
yeah,
we got to dive into that. Plus, Brad Larson will join us. You got a chance to work with him last week.
Awesome.
Former head coach. Tell us a little bit about Rasmus Anderson when we return to Real Kipper and Bourne.
The Leafs aren't in a position to swing for the fences. Smart, careful moves are more likely than blockbuster trades. If you agree, hit like, subscribe to the channel, and drop your thoughts about the deadline below.